and I am Steven. For me, one of my vision is to grow myself along with other people. And the extracurriculars, number one thing comes to my mind is to time management, because all the assignments that we have to do have deadlines. Number one thing is the communication with your friends. For me, I am lucky as well, because my friends have the same vision as me on the academic goals. So I try to join the organization called AIESEC, AIESTC. It's a youth organization about the peaceful and leadership as well. So I spent there like 2.5 years after that, and I become vice president of project management. But I learned a lot just sitting in my home on my desk. Yeah.
Strategies or tools do you use to prioritize and manage your time effectively?
I think it's an interesting one, but for me, very simply, I use Google Calendar. It helps me to manage, the types of events that I'm going. Also, I put my classes on the calendar that reminds me every time. And the strategy will be, repetitive, because I myself, it's a procrastinator as well. So, for example, if I have to go to school, I make 3 alarms. First alarm to wake me up and close my aircon. And after that 10 minutes, I will be waking up from the heat. And the third will be when I want to school. And the last of all, I think time blocking, that technique helps a lot. For example, you have all the works during the week, and you try to block one day. For example, for me, it's Sunday mostly. For Sunday, there is no appointment. I give that time to mostly my friends, my families. Yeah. So that's how I trying to keep up with. Yeah.
Oh, that's really nice. And how do you set boundaries to ensure you have time for yourself amidst like a busy schedule?
Yeah, I think as I mentioned, time blocking that really helps. And at the same time, I think you know, awareing your own energy level is really matter. Whenever you have to do something, focus on your energy level. It's really hard to tell, but when you practice it, you know you have energy left for this thing or not. So self-awareness, right? And for example, let's say I have a meeting, I can give full energy out there, but after the meeting, friends, because the people that I work with is the friends for me as well. So they wanted to eat out dinner. They wanted to go bar or clubs, of course. I mean, we are used, I know that, but, it's not like denying every time. At the same time, you don't have to say yes all the time. Just say, check your energy level. If you have something to do tomorrow, just say no.
And I really like your answer that we need to say like no to sometime, because we sometimes afraid to lose friend, and we don't want to say no, and we just say yes.
That's exactly how you lose people.
For you, it's okay to lose friend?
No, I'm not saying to lose friend, but as I was saying, prioritizing things is better, because and also communicate with them. Like
tell them.
tell them what you're happening, and if that friend cannot understand, bye bye.
Yeah, it's like right people are
True,
gonna
true.
stay
Yeah,
whatever.
because true friends, they
friends
love
stay.
people to grow with them.
Yes, exactly. And like, do you think it's possible for a student to achieve a perfect balance?
No.
Just-
No, keep on.
Academic, social life, and personal time.
Oh yeah, I mean,
It's a big no.
yeah, it's a bit no.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying it is impossible for some people with very mindful and very demure,
Yeah,
they
demure.
might they might have can handle a perfect balance. For me,
Yes.
it's just not impossible because sometimes you have to make trade-offs. For them, for example, you know, if I say I have an event and I have a class at the same time, that happens a lot to me. So what I do is I inform my instructor, you know, through email or by seeing him in person that I have this event happening and I can't miss that. And I don't want to miss the classes as well. So, you know, asking for recording or you know extra time with him to go through the lecture or making your self study again, and I think that helps a lot. Yeah, you know, getting everything at the same time together, it's not possible. Sometimes you have to, you know, manage how you can take that and you know catch up with the things. Yeah.
That's really nice. And my next question might be a little bit something that you already mentioned, but I want to repeat. Sure. And how do you like maintain a social life while also focusing on your study and other commitments? You mentioned that you give your friends and family times on Sunday.
Yeah, sort of. So, I want to keep reminding the same thing again. It's about communication, because sometimes you forgot, like, okay, your energy is down and you don't want to talk with any people and you just sleep. And there are people, but there are people who actually worry about you, and your parents might be your parent, like your friends as well, and you know it's a message where that helps them a lot. Yeah. So actually you need to understand how would you feel when um when you communicate to them and when you know cut off the communicate to them, and also um trying to you know empathize what they're feeling on this as well. For example, your parents, they don't care you know about your schedule, they just call you once a week. That's okay, but in my case, my mom actually want to call me every day, but I try to you know negotiate with her that this is happening, this is what, and I will call you on this day, something like that. Or if you even not call, just a text message will help them feel connected.
So clear
Yeah,
communication
clear
is
communication,
really
it's
important.
very important.
And like, what advice would you give to students who are struggling to find a balance between personal well-being and university responsibility?
Mm. And then advice, right?
Sometimes they're like, oh, we're busy, you know, they don't gonna cut off like social medias and stuff.
I think small breaks. Yeah, small breaks that helps. That will help them a lot. For example, if you want to cut off the social media, that's your choice, and it's okay. It's okay to cut off. You know, because sometimes social media is very overwhelming, especially these days. People are you know posting every piece of their daily life on the, and I'm not saying it's not good or it's okay or it's not okay. It's just that you know if you feel overwhelmed at some points, you can take breaks from everything, your friendship, your parents or your relationship or everything, you know, make a minor breaks or you know to actually aware yourself will help a lot, I guess. Yeah.
Oh, so it's like it's okay to feel in that like
True,
situations, right?
true, very true.
It's very normal thing.
Very normal.
That's really nice.
Happens a lot.
Yeah. Okay, so let's move on to another sections. We will focus on mental health and well-being. So have there been moments when you feel like you were on the like burnout, you want to give up everything, and also how do you handle those situations?
From the more you work, there is more burnout.
Burnout. Exactly.
But for me, is to you know actually aware of yourself, as I've been mentioning a lot. Aware of yourself, and personally, physical, you know, exercise really help you to um get better because every sweat that you drop, that consider it's like a stress, you know, releasing your body sort of. So I dance a lot, and so that helps. But it doesn't mean that, oh, I'm stressed. Not like that. Sometimes you just need, okay, and you need to sleep or you need to clear your mind, something like that.
So, what role does mental health play in maintaining balanced life during like university, and how can students prioritize it?
Mental health is number one thing when it comes to everything. With the mental, you know, certain strong mental health, there is limitless physical abilities as well. So to maintain an actually university life, there's a lot of things happening. Your friends drama, you know, for
Exactly.
every drama
Dramas
at
going
the same
on.
time. So yeah, for me is to actually keeping up with the things is just
You just keep it up with all the things.
all the things. Yeah, just
You
keep
don't
up. Yeah,
ah,
never give up.
never give up.
Yeah.
Get up. Okay, so like, how do you ensure that you are taking care of your mental health, and what practice have you helped stay grounded?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. If I say meditation, the Generation Z is gonna be like that. But yeah, but yeah, meditation really helps you, you know, to focus on things, to help the concentration. It even helps your sleeps and everything. So why don't you give 5 minutes of meditation each day to, you know, actually for better results, and you won't feel anything. You know, you spend on social media for like 8 hours a day, just 5 minutes of, you know, really from meditation, that helps a lot. So you need to know how actually works, the meditation works, and focusing on mindfulness that helps you to manage your stress as well. For me, I'm not, you know, sitting down at the corner of my room and meditation for 5 or 10 minutes. It's just on my bed, laying down. I put my hands on my stomach, I breathe, and that's how I sleep very first.
That's also you do it like
Everyday basics, yeah, basic like daily basics. So yeah, that helps your everything. It's like people have
self-reflection.
true. Because of people have, you know, their uh they think a lot at night and they have insomnia.
Overthinking.
Yeah, a lot. So I was like that before, but when you know, really breathe steadily, breathe in, breathe out, that ease your mind and helps
Keep your peace. Yeah, that's really nice. And who do you turn to for support when you are feeling stressed or overwhelmed? And how important is having a support system during university?
For me, it is very lucky that I have good mentors and good friends. I'm not saying some of the people might be unlucky, but it's the way that you have to open up as well. Sometimes you need to brave enough to open up, because sometimes we're thinking, you know, thinking very loud, thinking on a certain matter. For example, tomorrow I have a meeting, I have an interview. What do I do? What do I wear? And something like that. But when you actually talk to someone,
Yes, yes.
or maybe like call your parents or something like that, and actually talk to them about what should I wear, and that helps a lot. Sometimes you just need to talk, and you know, people might listen or maybe not. That is not the first matter. You don't need people to listen or yourself, of course, but even if you're alone, try to talk it out, and you will see an answer instead of just thinking, sitting, wasting time. Yeah, that it's like self torture. Don't do that. Yeah.
So it even in like simple things,
True.
like having support system is
Yeah.
really important, right?
True.
So what are the biggest challenges you have faced while trying to balance all your responsibilities?
The biggest challenge is not having enough energy, to be very honest. Sometimes you have a big a big event, you're performing like 3,000 people in a hall and you don't have enough energy to actually, you have very few sleep, you have a lot of practice, sort of, but at those times, try to, come up with something very motivated about yourself and talk about it with the people you have actually feeling, very good, and they will, hype you up, and that's really good. And try to look for some energy booster for to survive that day. You can just burn out and leave the concert that you have to perform. Something like that. Yeah.
And then also, can you share a specific example of a time when you had to make tough decisions to maintain balance in your life?
To maintain balance in my life.
Decision.
Well, it's
Already tough.
yeah. I mean, it's tough all the time. Yeah, it's actually tough all the time that you have to make certain decisions. Every time. As I was saying, you have to go for a meeting, and you don't have an energy. But if you do this, you will have certain benefits. And if you're missing these benefits or opportunities, you're really missing it.
Well, so can you share any moments that when you have to make tough decisions in your life?
Tough decisions. This is a tough question. So, for tough decision, I believe it's a everyday basics because for me, it's like choosing a restaurant on Food Panda or what to eat my dinner. It's already a tough decisions, and you will always miss something when you choose something. You see, yeah. So it's well, if you could eat, you eat all the pizza, burgers, and tie some bun every at the same time, but you can't. So you have to choose one. So you have to be prepared that okay, if I choose one, and am I prepared for it? And never regret about it, because when you think, actually you will always regret for everything that you miss out. So it's like self-responsibility that you make a decision, and whatever comes along, good or bad, it's with you.
So we have to think carefully first before
True,
making
true,
decision,
very
right?
true.
Yeah, that's really nice. And what lesson have you learned from this different aspect of university life that you think will benefit other students?
Well, I actually want to talk about the regret as well, because well, when you grow, you will know that you know oh, at that time I should have been doing something, at that time I should have been doing something. So I would say never limit yourself, because nowadays when I meet a lot of friends and a lot of uh youths, they limit themselves, like I can't do it. This is you know if you don't want to do it, you can't. I mean, you cannot do it because you don't want it. But don't never say like I can't do it, I don't know. Those are excuses of being lazy for me. I mean, I have certain things that I don't know, but maybe I would say I don't know yet. I will try to learn, and you know, trying to be open, like make your doors open, so everything that comes in, that you can filter it out. Mm.
So why limit yourself, right?
True, true. As long as you don't harm yourself and harm others, of course. You're like, oh, I want to try to cut my. Not like that. Oh my God, no. Yeah. True.
How have you grown as a person since during university, and what changes do you see in yourself?
It's really hard to assess yourself. Like, am I growing? Well, only thing that you can know is like, oh, I have a long hair today. I've been growing. So yeah, something like that. Oh, I look older. But one thing that you can assess through is with your friends and your mentor, of course. They know actually, they actually see you or how you grow. So, talk with them. For me, for example, as a, leader of my teams, I always ask them, like anonymous ratings, anonymous feedbacks, so I can improve every time and that I make one decision for the team. And of course, I cannot satisfy everyone, but when they see the results, they know that the decision what had to be done. So yeah, I try to keep up with the feedbacks, and whenever there is no good or bad feedbacks, it's all for learning. So, you know, yeah, I try to do that, and I try with like anonymously because
I really like
yeah,
that answer.
some people who can
That's
be
really
very
yeah,
praising,
yeah.
but talking gossip behind you, but that's not the case. When you make it anonymously, you can see they are actually talking. Mm.
I really like that answer. I might try that too.
Yeah.
Well, so like, failure is a part of learning. And can you share an experience where you face failure and how do you bounce back from it?
Oh, it's not like, magic one, shrink, the new tree grow. I think a failure, like I myself face a lot of failure. I keep failing, and one thing that you need to keep in your mind is to never give up. Because when you give up, you lose everything that comes. When you fail and when you get up, you might fail again, feel more deeper. Well, actually, there is something, there is some results, but when you fail once and not do anything ever again, I don't think that's the answer. There is no answer for that, and you will never know, and you will regret for it. So I believe never give up on something. Never limit yourself to do something that you love. It's not like, uh it's not like, hey Turtle, run for 30 miles a day. I know there are a lot of limitations, but never limit yourself. Someday it might be happen. Someday, Turtle can be evolved to one step to 30 miles. Maybe. Who knows? Yeah.
It's like never stop.
True.
As long as we keep moving, we're gonna be at.
Making a progress. There will be something waiting for us.
And like, when your expectation doesn't meet the reality, in those of time, how do you handle, like, prepare your mental and stuff?
Hey, there's one trick.
Yeah.
Expect the worst and expect the best.
Yes.
Because when you expect the best, a little bit of disappointment, it can lead you a very severe, and it can lead you
Yeah,
to
I
the
know
bed
that
crying.
feeling.
So, expect the worst. Oh, this is gonna be messed up. People are gonna be not like about you. People, yeah. So like the best, the worst thing that you can
It's
ever
like
imagine of.
expect the worst, but
Yeah,
give your
yeah.
best.
And when you actually expect the worst, you see things that can prevent, that is in control. For example, uh, it might be rain and it is an outdoor event. Okay, when it rains, what should we do? Put it into the indoor, or shift it to another, or refund system. Everything that you can come up with. There should be always plan B to do something.
Like backup plans we should
Sure.
have, right? And like, what resources, either on campus or off, do you recommend for students who might need help, like balancing their responsibility? Any resources?
Resources, you can find a lot in YouTube. YouTube, it's like a university, but you need to know what YouTubers are actually talking, because there's no filter, because they're only telling through their opinions on that. what I want to suggest is that if you hate, reading the actual papers with evidence, try to look for the YouTube video and always try to be on something. When it's not like you cannot sleep sound and um, you have to open your speaker all the time. But when there is a free time, instead of just listening sounds, try to listen some podcasts for like 5 minutes shorts or maybe even English words because it's second language for us. uh, to for your personal growth, make it as a habit, so the AI know it as well. Even when we do the social media, I always try to whenever a thing pops in my mind, I try to look at the social media because the AI know and it shows the things that I used to search. So it makes it automatically whenever I see the reels, there is personal growth, there is, marketing, there is entrepreneurship, something like that. So, don't let the AI make you train. You train the AI so it keeps showing what you want.
Ah, that's really nice. And then how has like your experiences as university ambassador and student shape your future goals and aspirations?
I'm sorry, once again, please.
So how has your experiences as university ambassador shape and student like shape your future goals and aspirations?
Ah, so I think the networking because yeah, because as casual students who only focus on academic, they won't. I'm not sure, but normally I'm very generalizing it. But yeah, so normally they won't have exposure to the outer working space if they don't join. But for me, I'm trying to, participate in most of the events. For example, ASEAN Week, the Sustainability Expo, and those of the weeks. And I also fly to Cambodia to attend the ASEAN meeting. So, those exposure. For now, I wanna, big congratulate to my Miss Universe of Cambodia, I guess. And she just I know her in that meeting, and now she is the one of the top models. So I'm so proud to actually know them, and I'm so glad that I had exposure with them, and I really thank to my university as well. They support me for everything that I want to do. Mm.
And I have seen a lot of your works, and also I low key look up to you.
Oh no, no,
Yeah,
don't do it. We are the
yeah.
same. We are the same.
And then like,
I'm just trying my best.
yeah, I'm genuine, not fake. And what are your plans after graduations? And how do you think your time at university has prepared you for that next steps?
Oh, my personal goal is to make, further studies after this, like master and doctorate. At the same time, I want to build a personal brand myself. But it's really hard for me to, actually start from zero when I have no background. And I think throughout my university as an ambassador and come for the opportunity, and that not just first year, like every year.
Every
Do
year.
not limit yourself. You
Yes.
can do it.
You can do it. That's really good. And what would you say to your first year yourself, right? If you could go back in time and knowing what you know now.
I would literally say, "Hi, Steven. Do what you're doing right now. Put more effort. That would be good." Yeah. Like, be better. I'm. It's really hard, but I have one thing that I do is that I write to the future me. Yeah, I write to the future me 6 months. I write, okay, Steven, you're feeling this right now. You're doing this right now. But in the future, I hope you accomplish these in a successful way and to keep believing in yourself. well, there's always time that I, self-doubt and depressed. I'm actually, I just want to rest at those time, a lot of those times. But I try to write to my future, and whenever I receive the message, okay, this is what I've done, and actually, you don't need to be proud of yourself, because for me, I'm like pessimistic, so I always see things in negative way. But yeah, it just yeah, as your optimism or pessimism, it doesn't matter. Just keep trying.
So you write yourself every 6 months,
Every 6
and then
months.
you read it back.
Yeah, it's like an email. I think it's
You
called
just send.
Future
Have you
Me.
read it back?
Yeah, read it back. Like futureme.com, I guess. You can just write that, and they send you an email 6 months after.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
I really love it. And
Try it,
so,
try it.
yeah, well, that was such insightful conversation, Stevens.
wow.
And yeah, I really appreciate you sharing your experiences
Thank you so
and
much.
tips on balancing university life. And I have learned a lot too.
Thank you.
And I do believe that like it's gonna resonate with many students out there. And so yeah, if you enjoyed this episode, please leave a review and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And also make sure you follow Steven on Instagram. And yes, you may see here, or you just can comment.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
It's really an honor. And these are all my opinions, and if you want to reach me out, and I will, share with everything that I have, and I'm really open to everyone to come talk with me. And
Yes.
please follow our iGEN message. This is amazing project.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you so much. So stay tuned for our next episode. Ta-da!